Okay, perfect. Okay, okay. Um, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please leave a comment. I want to be sure you guys can hear me before we start, and then I can share this. I can share the link. Please leave a comment if you can hear me. This is my first time using StreamYard, so I'm trying to like be sure. Can you hear me? Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, so let me try to invite people. Trying to like, get the link so I can invite people. Okay. Victor says he can hear me. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Let me try to like share this. How do I share this now? So just give me a second. Let me just share the stream so that other people can join. So just give me a second. We have a lot to discuss today. Uh, just give me a second, please. Let me get the link to share to people. Awesome, 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 awesome. It's good to see like to connect with you guys today. I'm trying to get the link so I can share it with people. So just give me a second, please. We are going to discuss a whole lot of stuff today. And I have like some stocks that are likely going to do well next year that I'm going to share too. So just stick around. Okay, just give me a second. Let me share the stream. So just give me a second. Let me share the stream. Good to see you, Share Jack. Just give me a second. Let me share the stream. Give me a second. Let me share the screen, the stream to people. Just give me a second. Okay, perfect. Okay, so like I said, we have a lot to discuss today. I'm using StreamYard, so hopefully I can be able to invite people to like join the live session. I don't know if that's possible. This is my first time using StreamYard, but regardless, it's good to know you guys can hear me. So 2024 has been quite a year. It's been quite a year. It's been quite a year. 2024. Give me a second, please. Okay. Okay. So let's put this here. So welcome to the channel. It's good to like connect with you guys. It's been a while I did this live stream. My goal initially was to be doing live stream every week, but life caught up with me. I had other things to sort out, so I could not be doing it. But we are going to be having a lot to discuss today. So the purpose of this live session is basically to share ideas and investment opportunities for 2025. And if you watched my last video, I shared how to invest if you had like if you have around 100,000 naira, how to basically use or split up your capital, your 100K capital to invest. And that particular strategy can be applied to even if you have more than 100K, even if you have less than 100K, that particular strategy can be applied. So if you're here to watch that video, you can still go ahead to watch it after this live session. But I'm going to go a little bit in depth into how you can, properly manage your capital when it comes to investing in 2025, right? In that particular video, I used the example of 100K, and I said if you're looking to invest with 100,000 naira or even more than that, you should split your money into three. 50K should go to low risk investment opportunities like FGM bonds, treasury bills, commercial papers, and then the remaining 50K, you split it into two in the ratio of 30 to 20,000 naira. 30K should go to medium risk, and then 20K should go to high risk play like crypto, right? But some people, after making that video, some people still came to my DM asking me to still help them to plan how to use their money properly. And I found it quite interesting that you can share ideas with people and people still want you to spoon feed them. And the truth is that most of you guys are looking for someone that will spoon feed you, but that's not how to learn. If you want to really learn and make money in this game, you need to be able to ask good questions, like questions that make sense, and not questions that sound or look dumb to the person that is trying to share their knowledge with you, especially when you're not paying them, right? But that's just by the way. So reflecting on 2024, I'm going to, going through some of the stocks I had in my portfolio in 2024. The first stock that did well for me in 2024 was Veritas Capital. Some of you in the Telegram community in Telegram community know when I started calling that particular stock. I called that stock when it was at around 0.70 kobo per share, right? And I said I did my research into that stock. I basically looked at the fact that they hired a new CEO they're actually restructuring the business, right? And they hired a new CEO. And the person they hired was someone that actually had years of experience running Hair's Holding, right? Sorry. So the person they hired had years of experience in running Hair's Holding. And Hair's Holding is a company that Tony Elumelu is, let's say, the majority shareholder in. And he trusted this woman to lead this company. And the company was doing well before she left, right? So when I saw that Veritas Capital had hired this particular woman, and I looked at their previous years, I didn't even do much research into their financials. I just looked at the fact that okay, they have hired this woman that had years of experience, and they're looking at the structuring. And at that particular price point, I saw that when she entered as a CEO, the share of the company actually rose a little bit. People are still skeptical on what this woman could do, whether she can really turn around the company, right? And I still looked at her financially a bit and saw that there was an opportunity to buy this stock. So I bought huge amount of that particular stock. And by the grace of God, I was able to double my money from that share. Many of the people in my community made good money from Veritas Capital. Then another share which I purchased in 2024 was VFD Group. VFD Group has actually performed well, but the only issue with VFD Group was that they had a stock split, right? And that stock split made the share price to fall down. But I had the opportunity to own the same existing number of shares in the company. But the reason for the stock split was so that people could, because it was trading when I bought VFD Capital, it was trading at around, I think, 200 and something naira per share. And then they had the stock split, and it seems went from 200 and something naira to around 40 something naira, right? Now, one of the issues I have right now is that the value when I bought that, I invested around almost 200 and something thousand naira in that stock, and it even went down from 200 and something K to 50 something thousand naira. It was not a loss actually. What happened was that because of the stock split that happened, the price of the share went down. Now, the NGX is supposed to credit me with more shares so that my money can still go back to the initial amount of 200 and something thousand. But due to the whole long process of having a stock split and everything, my money is yet to be credited to me. So, but I'm still holding VFD Capital. I so much believe in the company. Is a company I'm holding for the long term, and I'm still buying more shares in that company. And personally, I'm still a young man, so I'm willing to hold that stock for a very long time. And again, I follow the CEO. He's someone that I've looked at and he used to work for Tony Elumelu, the CEO of VFD Group. He used to work for Tony Elumelu, and I don't like to bet against Tony Elumelu in Nigeria, especially. So he's a protege of him, and I know that this guy has, or this man was, he has all the experience it takes to take VFD Group to great heights. So I'm betting huge on VFD Group, and it's a long-term play for me. It's not something I'm willing to sell in the next 1 year or 2 years. Like, it's a stock I'm willing to hold for the very long term. But VFD Group is in my portfolio, and they are doing pretty well, even though I'm yet to be credited my initial amount of money because of the long process of the NGX Group. Now, another stock I bought I bought it in 2022 was MTN. So MTN Nigeria was one of the stocks that performed badly for me. I lost over 20% of my money in MTN. I didn't sell it actually. I'm still holding MTN, but thankfully it has started recovering. But MTN Nigeria fell from, I bought it at when it was trading at 220 naira per share. MTN Nigeria fell from 220 naira to, I think, almost 170 naira. So that was a loss. But MTN is a company I'm willing to hold for the long term too. So I did not share. I was skeptical. I wanted to sell because Starlink was penetrating into Nigeria. So I was like, okay, Starlink is coming to Nigeria. Definitely they're going to collect some market share from MTN. But I believe that MTN is much more than a telecom company. MTN Nigeria is getting into fintech, into finance. So aside from telecom, I think there is still huge opportunity for MTN Nigeria to transition into becoming a fintech company and doing what they're doing in Ghana with Momo. I think it's them that own Momo. So I was like, okay, let me still hold on to the shares, and I didn't sell. And thankfully, I didn't sell. And MTN Nigeria is looking at making a recovery. Now, MTN, don't get me wrong, MTN Nigeria is actually doing well in terms of the financials. The only thing that is affecting MTN Nigeria is the FX devaluation in Nigeria. So they are making money, but at the end of the day, the investors in MTN Nigeria are foreigners. They invested in USD. They used USD to invest, right? And they're expecting returns in USD. So due to the fact that if they are making money, but when they convert it to dollars, it's not making sense. It's actually affecting them, and they are making huge losses, right? But if you look at it from the other angle, in the Naira perspective, they're actually doing quite well. But in the dollar perspective, in some kind of way, they're not really doing well. So it is really affecting their shares. I even thought that, I was thinking that probably most of their investors might exit because due to the way the Nigerian economy is going, most foreigners or that are investing in Nigeria are actually leaving. But I'm still holding on to MTN Nigeria. I think they are going to do well in 2025, and I am seeing them do a whole lot of debt, using debt to try to finance the business. I think they are recovering, and that's why their shares is actually going back up again. People are actually buying it. So I would have actually bought more when it was around 170. So MTN is a company I am still holding in my portfolio. So one of the stocks I also called this year was, I think I called UCAP, United Capital. And United Capital, that one was a quick money for me. I bought UCAP, and I didn't hold. I just held it for like 3 months, and I took my profit. I called it in the community on Telegram, and some people also made some money from UCAP. We thank God for that one. So that was a good win. Another company I called was ICO Insurance. ICO Insurance, the last time I checked, they are trading at around, I think, almost 2 naira per share. So it was a huge win, actually. I don't know how much they're trading at, but when I called it, it was trading at around one, I think either 1 naira, 0.5 kobo or thereabout. I've forgotten. But it's profitable. Another company I called was Learn Africa. Somebody posted in the community that they made money from Learn Africa. I actually did make some money from Learn Africa. I saw the fact that they are restructuring and trying to like get more market share in Nigeria. So I saw the opportunity and I bought into it and I made some money. And then GT Bank was the only loss I had this year. So I invested good money in GT Bank, and then there was an issue they had. They had an issue with their banking application had an issue. I think before around November or October or thereabouts, they had an issue with their app. So I was thinking that I forgot that the Nigerian stock market is not the US stock market where a glitch can make the stock price of a company to fall. In Nigeria, a company can be having issues and their stock price is still going up. That's how funny the Nigerian stock market can be. But like, I bought GT Bank. I bought it last year, and GT Bank, I sold it at a loss. I bought it because I thought, or I believed in the vision of the company, but I saw that they are now running the business in some type of way. They are not paying, from what I've been hearing, they're not paying their software guys well. And as someone who is actually doing software or learning or actually writing code, I think it's actually bad, and it's bad for the long-term growth of the business, right? So I had to pull out from GT Bank. I had to like sell my shares. But so far so good. This year has been a great year for me in terms of my portfolio, and also for the Nigerian stock market. So the Nigerian stock market, according to reports, appreciated by 37% this year, while the US stock market appreciated by 34%. Now, if you put it into proper perspective, if you had invested in the US stock market, even at that 34%, you would have made much more money because of the FX devaluation. So even though you made money in Nigeria, if you convert it to dollar and compare to the US stock market, you would have actually lost, or you would have made more money if you had invested in the US stock market. But overall, this year was a good year. Veritas Capital did very, very well. It almost tripled in price. So it made many people money in the community, and also it made me good money. And so overall, in terms of my portfolio, 2024 was good, and I'm grateful for that. So moving forward, so what are my plans for 2025, and what are your plans? So basically, my vision and goals for the year and ahead is to, one, which is the most important, to invest more in myself. Yes, because that's the only thing I can control. So I'm going to spend more money investing more in myself before I start investing in the stock market. But we'll still get to that. I have some stocks I think will do well. I'm going to call before this live session ends. So you want to stick. But my goal and my vision for 2025 is to invest more in myself. And I'll encourage everybody in this live session to invest more in themselves, even if it means buying courses, trying to broaden up your knowledge. I think that's what you should be doing, because we are now entering into a new world order with the coming of artificial intelligence. People are scared of it taking over their jobs. So I would encourage everybody watching this video, as you're buying stocks, this advice is not for everybody actually. It's mainly for people that are young like me, but it could still serve you if you're old. But my number one priority personally is to invest more in myself, pursue more courses, buy more courses, learn how I can leverage AI. Even as someone who does research, in finance, I try to look for ways I can leverage on AI to, improve my, or make researching fast for me. So one thing I'm actually doing again is to, one of the things I'm actually planning for 2025 is to build a product and launch a product to the market. So I'm building a platform that can help any Nigerian or anybody watching this live session. If you, let me say, you're looking to buy USDT, right? And you're looking for the best exchange that has the best Nigerian rates. So okay, let me explain. Let me see if I can explain better now. So for example, now, you want to, you have 10 USDT in your crypto wallet, right? And you want to convert it into Naira. Now, you don't know the best platform that has the best rate. You get. So I'm trying to build a platform that can help Nigerians, find the best crypto exchange with the best rate, so that they can buy or sell USDT. So that's one product I'm actually working on. I'm also looking at building products around the stock market, especially for my community members, that can help me, buy stocks better, and also help my community members buy stocks better. But one advice I would advise anybody watching this video is to actually set actionable goals. Like, you need to set actionable goals for yourself for 2025. Goals that, is not just big dreams but cannot be achieved. Like, it's something that can be done, implemented immediately. So that's my first advice, or my second advice after, investing in yourself. So that's just for that one. Let's now move over to investment opportunities I'm seeing in 2025. So I was able to research and find 5 good stocks I think would likely do well in 2025. and I actually have a video that I'll be dropping very soon. I'll go much more in depth into these stocks, but I'm going to be sharing with some of them with you so that you can have an idea on some of the stocks I'm looking at and know my thesis behind them. So the first stock I have is Aradel Holdings. So I don't know if you have heard of Aradel Holdings. Please leave a comment. Have you heard of Aradel Holdings before? Who have heard of Aradel Holdings? I want to see a comment. Have you heard of Aradel Holdings before? If you have heard, say yes. If you have not heard of it, say no. So you guys can leave a comment. I want to be sure I'm having conversation with somebody. Have you heard of Aradel Holdings before? So leave a comment. Okay. So you have heard of Aradel Holdings. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Arowe TV says no. Okay. 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 So Aradel Holdings. Okay. Teams. Obviously no. No. Okay. Awesome. So Aradel Holdings just listed on the NGX this year, right? And they they are the new boys, or let's say the new big boys in town. Um, the When they listed on the NGX, they were trading at almost 800 naira per share, and I didn't buy that time because I felt that people are like it was hyped up. Yeah, they're a very big company, a very big energy company, just almost like what's the name of this guy's Ondo or Oando. I like to call them Ondo, but like Other Holdings is a very big energy company in Nigeria. They are one of the most diversified energy companies in Nigeria. They operate both in the upstream, midstream, and downstream sectors of the Nigerian oil and gas sector, right? So they are trading at 800 naira per share, and from 800 naira per share, after a few days of going up after listing in the NGX, it fell from 800 naira per share down to 400 naira per share. Crazy, right? And I told my community members that, guys, I think this course is this stock is overhyped. People are just following the Nigerians like to follow hype. When they are the Nigerians, they don't sometimes they don't think for themselves. When somebody is talking about something, once the crowd is going somewhere, most Nigerians will just follow the crowd. So I told people that this stock is going to fall, it's going to fall so bad. And people thought I was joking. After a couple of weeks, the stock fell. People lost money in that stock. So at the moment, the last time I checked, I think it was trading at around 600 naira per share. So I did more research, and I think this stock at that price is not really that bad to buy. Or you can still decide to wait and see it. If it falls down to probably 500 naira, 400 naira, you can still buy. But it's a stock I'm willing to dollar cost average, meaning even as it's going up, I'm willing to buy. Even as it's going down, to protect myself, I'm willing to still buy. So Aradel Holdings is they are making a whole lot of acquisitions. They are buying they are buying companies in other parts of Africa. They are expanding. There are some of the acquisitions they are making that people are not even hearing about. So I did my research about them, and I saw that these guys are low-key buying businesses, and they're also buying oil blocks in Nigeria. So I have these thesis that there are high chances that their stock price could go up. And financially, these guys are solid. This is a very solid company, right? So this is a very solid company, and I think there is potential to start entering and buying them at the current price of 600 naira per share. Now, the next company I have is Cutix. So let me go over to my thesis on Cutix so I can share with you why I think this stock might do well in 2025. So give me a second. Let me open my research or my little research on them. I wrote it down. Let me see. Oh, okay. Just give me a second. Yeah, you guys should listen to Unique Mom. Please like the live stream. So give me a second. Let me bring out my research paper on Aradel Holdings. Oh, sorry, on Cutix. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Cutix is a company that is a cable company. They are into manufacturing of cable wires and all those stuff. And the company has been a consistent performer in the Nigerian manufacturing sector. Like this is a very big company. And with the current infrastructure problem we have in Nigeria, especially with electricity, and with the Nigerian government granting most states independence to you know generate their own electricity, I think that the revenue of this company on the long run is going to go up. Generally speaking, Nigeria has an infrastructure problem, and it's this type of company that we actually need in Nigeria, or we need to start buying their shares in Nigeria. When I checked them last, they are trading at around 2 naira yeah, 2 naira per share. And I felt that that price was too poor for the kind of company Qtix is. Now, if you don't understand, when I did my research on Qtix, I found out that Qtix has historically their stock price will go up like very, very high, and then it will go down. And it actually happened this year. The price of Qtix literally went from 2 naira to almost I think 6 naira or 9 naira this year, and then it fell down again to two naira. And this is not the first time that kind of thing is happening. They call it bull trap. So bull trap is basically when most of these whales, they will see a stock that is undervalued and probably sometimes it's even overvalued, or let me just use the word undervalued. So what they do is they look for a stock that is trading at a very small amount of money. They put in huge money into that stock and make the price to go up. Now, retail investors like me and you who are not really knowledgeable, sometimes we don't really do our own research. We like to follow hype. We go and start buying the top. We start buying the top of that stock, and then these wheels will now sell, and then the stock price will fall, and most of the people that buy the top will now lose their money. And Qtix is a company that usually these wheels like to do this boot trap on the stock. And it happened this year. The price of Cutix went up. It skyrocketed to over 6 or 9 naira per share, and then it's down again. I think if you're smart like me, I think I'm smart actually. I don't know, but if I was the average man, what I would do is to start buying Qtix at its current price of 2 naira, because I know that the company overall is a good company. That price of 2 naira is a good buy, even though there's some FX issues because it's a manufacturing company and definitely they are having issues with FX. But this is a company that's solving a real problem, and um and I know that it's going to do well. I'm willing to wait it out because it's a very good company. So Qtix is a company that I think would do well. It's currently trading. When I checked, it's trading at 2 naira per share. So let me spell out the company so you people can take note of it. Qtix. Okay. So the spelling is Cutix. Cutix. That's the name of the company, Qtix. I don't know if it's possible to share my screen. Let me see. Possible to share my screen. So let me see. Let me just go to this. Let me see. Let me share my screen. I think that'll be better. So you can be seeing the stock I'm talking about here. Is it possible to see my screen? I see my screen. Let me see. Okay, it's not possible. I wanted to share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Please leave a comment if you can see my screen. Let me know. Let me be sure. Drop a yes. Made good to have you. If you can see my screen, please comment yes. You can see my screen so I can go over to. Okay, awesome. So let me show you guys Qtix. So this is Qtix. Wow. It's okay. The last time I checked, it was trading. So it has appreciated by 4.35%. Let me refresh just to be sure. So you can see it here now. This year, around July, it went up to like 6 naira per share, and then it now fell again to like 2 naira. 2 naira. So the spelling is Qtix. It's Qtix. See the spelling here. So if you go to this place that says "or," you see that this is not the first time this kind of thing has happened. It happened in 2021, it happened in 2018, and then I think it's going to happen again next year or in January, because historically in the Nigerian stock market, January used to be a good month. Stock prices like to skyrocket. It happened January of this year. The prices of stock were so high. So this company is a company I'm willing to hold for. It's a company I think would do well on the long run, and is worth adding to your watch list. You can buy it on either Trove, you can buy it either on Trove, Bamboo, or Afrinvest. These are the companies you can buy Cutix on. So just give me a second, please. Give me a second. So yeah, so hey, one thing again you guys need to know is again that Qtix actually pays dividends. So if you're someone looking to make money from dividend payments, Qtix is known to pay dividends. So aside from making money from the appreciation of their stock price, you can actually make some little money from dividend payments. So Qtix is a good company. They have history of paying dividends. There are some years that they might decide not to pay dividends, because sometimes even if a company pays dividends in the past years, they could, depending on how they perform financially in the next year, they could end up not paying dividends, right? So, but they are known to pay dividends. So, it's actually a good buy if you're looking for a company that will be paying you dividends, on your investments. So let me stop the sharing, or should I just jump into the next company? So the next company I have here is CI Leasing. CI Leasing. So let me also open up CI Leasing so you guys can see CI Leasing. CI Leasing. Let me open up CI Leasing. So CI Leasing is a company that operates they are into logistics and a whole lot of different other stuff, right? So this is CI Leasing. This is another company I believe is likely going to do well in 2025. So this is the third one I have on my list right now. I'm going to just talk about three. The last one is one I'm willing to. Okay, I've already mentioned Cutix. Cutix is likely going to do well. The last one, I'm going to leave it for the video I'm going to be uploading, because I think that company is the next Veritas Capital. Like, it's very underrated. I think that company has high chances of making you guys good money next year. So I'm not going to talk about that company in this live session. I'll mention it. Okay, I'll talk about it because you guys made out time to come to this live session. So I'll talk about it. But basically, CI Leasing is a company I believe is likely going to do well next year. If you check historically, in the last time, let me put it in all. So historically, the company has touched the 9 naira region. You can see it on this graph. It has touched 9 naira before, and then it has the minimum it has been was 0.50 kobo per share in 2017, and this is 2024. 7 years later, is trading at around 3 naira 66 kobo. In 2019, they touched 7 naira, and 5 naira, just up and down, up and down. Now, my thesis behind this company is that the company, even though their margins are tight, they don't really make, their profit margin is not really that big. The company is actually growing rapidly. And again, with all the whole things happening in the oil and gas sector in Nigeria, with the with the Dangote refinery launching, with another holding making moves in the energy sector, I think these guys are best positioned to make money this period, because what they basically do is, aside from logistics that they offer, I think they're also into cleaning of all these oil and gas refineries and all that stuff. So these guys are likely going to be able to make money from that. Let me look at my thesis. Okay. So C&I Leasing has been growing earnings at an average annual rate of 6.5%. Now, this is not too much, but for a company like this, is actually huge. And again, the maritime industry is going to grow rapidly in the coming years. And in Q2, their results actually they really did well in Q2 of 2024. They grew their pre-tax profit by 187% year on year to 555 million naira, which is actually wonderful. And their pre-tax profit grew to 1.16 billion naira, which is wonderful, right? And it's like this money was just in the first 10 months of the business, and it's almost like 82% of the money they made in 2020 in the first 10 months of 2024 was what they made in the full year of 2023. So there are high chances that when they release their full year report, financial reports, that it's going to be wonderful. And there are high chances that once they release that report, that people are going to go and start buying their stock. So I think it's better to buy now before they release their financial reports. And once they release it and the stock price goes up, you're able to take your profit and make some money. So C&I Leasing is a company I'm willing to bet huge on. Then the last one I'll be talking about, which is a one I think has high chances to do very well, is I think is the next Veritas Capital. It's also an insurance company. So, just give me a second. So the name of the company is Universal Insurance. The name of the company is Universal Insurance. Yeah, the name of the company is Universal Insurance. This is a company that is really trading at a very, very low price. People are yet to really take note of this company. Now, this is why I think Universal Insurance is going to do well. Let me share my screen again so you guys can see it. See the stock price. Let me share my screen again. Universal Insurance. So you understand why I think this company is likely going to make investors good money. I think this is the next Veritas Capital. So let me share my screen again. Just give me a second. I'm trying to share why I think this company is going to do well. So this is the company here. This is their ticker symbol, and they are currently trading at 0.55 kobo per share. Now, you can see the highest they have touched before. If you use their all, they have touched 0.50 kobo before they now fell to 0.20 naira in 2020, and ever since then it's just up and down. In 2024, January of 2024, they touched 0.47 kobo per share, and they now fell during the year, and now again they are going back up again, right? Now most investors might be scared and say, okay, this is their all-time high. 0.55 kobo is their all-time high. They have never touched this price before in the last 9 to 10 years. So they are back at that price again. So many people might be scared that the stock price of this company is going to fall again and they will lose money. Now, I'm willing to buy some shares of this company at this price of 0.55 kobo and see how it performs in the first few months of 2024 before knowing if I should buy more or not. But this is why I think this company is going to really do well. So the first thing I noticed again is that these guys went and hired it's like they're doing restructuring in their business. They hired one of the former top guys in Hays Holding, Mr. I think I wrote down his name. Give me a second. He just hired somebody. Oh, I didn't write his name. Okay, they hired Mr. Jeffet Ogweri Duru. This man is somebody that has over 30 years in the insurance industry, right? This man has over 30 years in the insurance industry. They just hired him in, I think, around November, but a few months ago. And I know that they have given him the goal of, turning around this company. And I know he's going to be able to do that because just like the woman they hired at Veritas Capital, the lady they hired at Veritas Capital, they taxed her with bringing Veritas Capital up. And I know that that's the same tax they have given this man. Now, aside that, this particular company, Universal Insurance, has been growing. Their numbers has been growing crazily. they experienced strong growth in premium income. So in 2024, they are targeting a premium income of 20 billion naira, which is over 100% growth from the 3.3 billion they made from the 9.3 billion they made in 2023. So they made 100% growth. They experienced 100% growth in their premium income, their insurance premium income in 2024, which is crazy. Like, it's very, very crazy. So in 2023, they made 9.3 billion naira. Then in 2024, they made 20 billion naira. It's crazy. And in 2025, there are high chances that they're going to pass that number, because the insurance industry in Nigeria is still in its early stage, right? And there is room for growth for this company. And based off the fact that they have gone and made some hire and trying to restructure the business, I really do believe that this company is undervalued at this price, like at this price of 0.55 kobo. This company is very, very undervalued. Now, um another thing I took note of again was their total assets increased by 20%. So they increased it to 18.1 billion naira in 2024. As of September 2024, when I checked, they had a total asset of 18.1 billion naira. And their shareholders' funds, like the money of shareholders in the business, grew to around 12.3 billion naira. So these little things are showing me signs that people are actually putting money in the business, and then these guys are also using the money that people are putting into the business to actually expand, to buy more assets. And one thing I noticed again was during I watched one of the interviews of one of the top guys in the company, and I noticed that these guys are actually expanding. They're opening up more branches in different locations in the country. So there are high chances that as they are opening up these locations, on the long run, is going to help boost revenue. So personally, I think at this price, this stock is very, very undervalued. If you look at their financial statements, there are other things you'll notice that makes this company a very undervalued company. I think this is the next Veritas Capital, and I really do believe that this company will do well next year. Like, if I was to make any investments, I think for me, I'm going to be willing to put or place all my bets on this company. That's for it. So this is where I'm going to stop for the investment opportunities I'm seeing in the stock market in Nigeria. Then, for those of you that might be considering crypto, right? Yeah, you can find Cutix in AfriInvest. So for those of you that might be considering crypto, I don't like to bet too much, but I'm willing to take a bet on just three coins which have fallen, even though most of them have touched their all-time high. But I still think they are undervalued at their current price, especially Solana. Solana is a coin I'm willing to bet huge on. I think it's the third largest cryptocurrency in the world by market cap. I think so. So Solana when I checked Solana today, it was trading at around 196 per so, $196 per so. Solana is a coin I think people should add to their bags if you're looking to hedge, especially if you're looking to hedge against the naira devaluation. So Solana is a coin I think, even though the naira keeps rising, at the end of the day, you just put in some of your money in Solana or USDT and hold. Right. Solana is a coin I think would likely do well. Another coin I think would likely do well is Matic. Matic, there are high chances that Matic would do well based on my research. I think the coin has great utility, and I've made a video on the channel talking about Matic, so you can check out Matic. Then the last coin I had, I think would do well. I'm trying to remember the name of that coin again. Just give me a second. I wrote down those coins. Chainlink. Sorry, yeah, Chainlink. Chainlink is another coin Chainlink and Ton. Well, let me talk about Chainlink. Chainlink is another coin that is likely going to do well because it has to do with Oracle database. Like, there are some companies that really do need what they are building to be able to run their businesses. So I think Chainlink would do well. But overall, one coin I am willing to bet huge on is Ton. Ton is connected to Telegram. Most of the tap swap or the tap you are seeing nowadays is done using the Ton blockchain, right? And because of people love things that can make them money easily. I really do think that the ecosystem for Ton is going to do well, especially with Mr. Donald Trump entering as the new president. So I'm willing to buy some of these coins before they inaugurate him on the 20th of January, because there are two things that could happen. If they inaugurate him on the 20th of January, either the crypto market goes up or the crypto market goes down. Now, I believe in this thesis that when everybody's believing in something, sometimes the opposite can happen. So I still think that maybe as everybody's thinking that the crypto market is going to do well in 2025, the opposite could actually happen. But I'm willing to bet huge on Ton, right? So if you have any questions, you can start leaving your questions in the comment section. So Otta Chinatu said he can't find Cutix in Afri Invest. Okay, I've taken note of that. I don't think Cutix has to be on Afri Invest. Did you use the app to check? Please check well, spell it out well, and be sure that you do not see it in the Afri Invest app. I want to be sure, because Cutix is listed in the NGX and Afri Invest is a stockbroker, so they are supposed to have it. If you tell me you don't see it on Truth, it's quite understandable. But Afri Invest, I think that is quite weird. And again, if you're looking to invest in 2025, a stockbroker I'm looking at, or I will encourage you guys to use, is Stanbic IBTC. I've been working on a script on some of the top stockbrokers to use in 2025, and I noticed that Stanbic IBTC, Stanbic IB, yeah, I'll drop the stocks I mentioned in the video. So Stanbic IBTC has some of the lowest rates when it comes to commission. So when you're buying stocks using AfriInvest, sometimes their fees can be high, but Stanbic IBTC securities have some of the lowest fees. Okay, Otas. Okay, no problem. That's fine. So Stanbic IBTC has some of the lowest fees when it comes to buying stocks in Nigeria. And I noticed again that their platform is wonderful. So if you have issues with AfriInvest, then you want to check out Stanbic IBTC. Stanbic IBTC is actually a nice, good company, and I love what they are doing. So you can check out Stanbic IBTC or check out Cordros Capital if you're looking to invest in the stock market. I don't know if it's possible for somebody to invite somebody. I would love to invite people to join this section and have a conversation. Yet this is my first time using. Let me see. Okay, but let me just continue. I would love to invite people to join the session and ask their questions live, if that is possible. Okay. So you can ask any question you have. If you have any question, please ask all the questions you have. I'll be here to answer your questions as we, talk about how we would be making our money in 2025. Another option many people are not looking at when it comes to investing is commercial papers. In Nigeria right now, many companies are raising money, right? And with the high interest rate we have with banks, like many companies are no longer looking to borrow money from banks again because of the high interest rates. Most of them are now looking to borrow money from individuals like me and you, and that's where commercial papers comes in. So commercial paper is a way for trusted entities to be able to borrow money from the public, and most of them offer good high interest up to 20-25%. So let me say, for example, Dangote Cement, I think their interest rate was almost 29% or thereabouts. So let me say you bought commercial papers in Dangote Cement, you come with, let me say, 1 million naira. Your 1 million naira at the end of the year will be 1.28 million or 1.29 million naira. So that's good returns. So that's another way to, if you're looking for a safe investment opportunity, commercial papers is something you guys should put into your books. Then we have FGM bonds. FGM bonds are another good way to earn dividends from your money. So you can buy FGM bonds with as little as 5,000 naira, and you earn dividends every quarter from FGM bonds. So you also want to consider FGM bonds. So if you have any questions, please leave. Teams, you say, how can I join the group? How can you join my group? So let me leave a comment of how you can my Telegram community. You can join. Let me publish my Telegram community so you can be able to join. Okay. So can someone transfer shares to Stanbic IBTC from another stockbroker? Yes, you can transfer your shares to Stanbic IBTC. Yes. I would even encourage you guys to leave, and you can leave Afro Invest and go to Stanbic. Stanbic is one of the best out there. Yeah, you can transfer your shares. That's why you have CSCS. It's very much possible to transfer your shares from any stockbroker you use to another stockbroker. Sometimes Afro Invest can be annoying. Their customer service can be annoying. I think Stanbic IBTC is very good. They are a very good professional company, and I would encourage you guys to check them out. And they have low fees. One of the things killing most of these stockbrokers is their fees. Their fees can be outrageous. So you can consider using Stanbic IBTC. Please ask all your questions, and let's have a conversation. Ask all your questions. If you have any question, please ask. I'm here to answer any question you have. I'm here for you today. Let's discuss. So the companies I mentioned, let me spell them out. I mentioned Cutix, Cutix. I mentioned Universal Insurance. Universal Insurance. That's another company I mentioned. I mentioned, how would I do that? Okay. You can transfer. What you have to do, okay, all you have to do for Stanbic IBTC is open an account with them. I think they have an app on Play Store. But even if they don't have an app, you can visit their website. Let me get their website for you. You can visit their website and open an account with them. Let me bring out their website. Stanbic IBTC Securities. So you visit their website and open an account with them. Okay. This is the link to Stanbic IBTC. So open an account with Stanbic IBTC. They are one of the best stockbrokers in Nigeria. Yes, they have an app. You need to check. Just search on the App Store. They have an app. I'll check it. Then for the group, for the link to the Telegram community, I'm trying to get the link so you guys can join, and I'll be able to. In case you have any questions, you be able to ask. Yes, it's very possible to get an assistant that can help you open an account with them in the diaspora. I would encourage you guys in the diaspora to invest in the Nigerian stock market. Um, because the truth is that for any country to grow, the stock market plays a critical role for any economy to grow. So even those in the diaspora are encouraged to buy stocks in Nigeria. It's a good way to give back. And one thing you need to understand if you're buying stocks in Nigeria from the diaspora is that sometimes FX, foreign exchange, can be an issue, right? So I'm trying to I'm going to answer your questions. Team, I'm trying to get the link to the listing, to the Telegram community, so you can join. So okay, so let me get, so my top 3 stocks for the NGX in 2025 are, the first stock I called Cutix. That was the first stock the first stock I called was Aradel Holdings. That was the first stock I called. The next stock I called again was Cutix, Cutix. Then the third stock I called was C&I Leasing. That's the third stock I called. And finally, the stock I think will do very, very well next year is Universal Insurance. So that is my answer to Uncle Freddy. Then the next question I'm seeing here is, what do you think about treasury bills on Bamboo? Yeah, Bamboo is one of the safest ways or fastest ways to invest in treasury bills, Nigerian stock market or US stock market. So it's not a bad idea to actually invest in treasury bills from Bamboo. Bamboo is an app I personally use So I would encourage you to use them. If you find it difficult using other stockbrokers to buy to buy treasury bills, or sorry, or to buy stocks. So what are your reasons? So you came late to the live session. That's why you're asking me what are my reasons for these talks. So probably after the live session, you can watch it again and you listen to why I said um these stocks are going to do well. I've already talked about the reasons why they are going to do well. But my major reason, for example, universal insurance, my major reason, aside from their financial, which is improving very, very well, is they are undergoing restructuring. Universal insurance is undergoing restructuring, and I noticed that they hired somebody with over 3 decades, or 3 or 4 decades in the insurance industry, to come and turn things around for them, and um and their financials is improving drastically. I talked about why I think these stocks are going to do well. So probably after this live session, you can listen to it again and know why I mentioned these stocks. Well, one stock I think would do very, very well is Universal Insurance. Um, yeah. Cutix is also another stock I believe would do well. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to get the link to the Telegram so you guys can join, but I don't know. I'm having issues with getting the link. Having issues with getting the link. If somebody can get the link and comment it for me in the comment section, let me post it in the community so somebody can help me and share it here in the comment section. I would appreciate if you're in the community on Telegram, you can just copy the link I'm going to paste and just paste it for me in the comment section here. So ask me all your questions. Ask me all your questions. Ask me all your questions. I'm here for you. Ask me all your questions. Yeah, thanks for subscribing, the Uncle Freddy. Thanks for subscribing. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I actually do have, I recently, launched a course on investing. In case you want to be able to have me help you, actually, like help you and have direct access to me. I think that's the best way, because I personally I don't like situation where someone pays for my service and I don't deliver. So that's one of the fastest ways to have me respond to you, because uh, most of the times Nigerians like free, but at the end of the day, people only value what they pay for and not free. So yeah, just in case. Okay, you'll have to join my Telegram. I'll try. I'm trying to get the link, but I'm having issues getting the link. Okay. So if you have any question, so what's my take on total energy? Okay, okay. So the first question from Otta is, please, can someone trade stocks? So Otta is asking, can someone trade stocks every day? Like when it goes up, you sell immediately. When it comes down, you buy. So it's quite difficult to do that in Nigeria. It's very difficult to do that. It's not like it's not possible, but it's quite difficult because one of the issues the Nigerian stock market have is liquidity, right? And there is this rule that a stock price cannot move unless over 100,000 blocks of it has been traded, that kind of thing. So it makes it difficult to be able to do what you want to do. Rather, what our advice, if you're looking to trade stocks and every day and make money, is to use platforms like Bamboo to invest in the US stock market. That's if you have good money, because sometimes FX can be an issue, right? So I would actually advise, if you're looking to make money from using this your strategy, is to focus more on the US stock market. That's where you'll be able to make more money if you're looking to day trade. But it would require you, and why I like the US stock market is that there's enough data for research. If you're researching a company, you have like there's a lot of data out there and there's liquidity. You can easily buy and sell. But unlike the Nigerian stock market, where it's more of maybe you hold for 3 months. When the price goes up, you sell, and for long-term investing. But if you're looking to day trade, then then um then I would advise you focus more on the US stock market. So the next question is, what is your take on total energy? Let me check the price again today because I'm here to check the price and really look into Total Energy. But let me check the price right here now. Give me a second. Total Energy. Total Energy is a company I actually think, people are overlooking them. For example, Miss. So their Total Energy is trading at 13 naira per share. I'm yet to really look at their financials, but um I'm yet to really look at their financials, but at this price point of 13 naira per share, I'm thinking, I'm having this confidence that it is not a bad buy, especially the fact that, or especially based on the fact that they are operating in the oil and gas sector. I think that you can quote me wrong or you can quote me right, it's up to you, but like with the people in power right now, because I like to look at politics and everything. With the people in power right now, it seems like they are prioritizing oil and gas. They are prioritizing oil and gas, trying to like look for ways to make money from that sector, especially based on the fact that the man in power, his relative, is running one of the top oil and gas companies in Nigeria. So I have this thesis that there are high chances that as these guys are making money, it's going to also filter down to other companies that are operating in this sector, and that's why I think Total Energy is not a bad buy. And with what is happening now, you see the other day, Miss announced a partnership with Dangote Cement where the Dangote refinery sold um, oil to them at a very affordable price, at a discount rate. And immediately that news dropped, the price of Miss skyrocketed in price. And I think that this kind of thing is going to also happen to some of the other stocks that are in this sector, because I think there's competition now. NNPC is claiming that they are now refining oil. Dangote is, doing his own. So there's competition. And I think that is actually good for the market in some kind of way. So I have this confidence that anything oil and gas is not really a bad investment. So Tim Purple is asking how much is my cost. Um, okay. So for if you just send me a message on Telegram that you attended this live session, the from next year I plan to start selling it at 35,000 naira. But if you attend this section, just message me. I attended on Telegram, on Instagram. I'm willing to give it to you at the rate of 25,000 naira before I finally start selling it at 35k next year. So that's for that. And the good thing is that you have access to my WhatsApp to always ask me your questions. So Ojibo, Eloho, the Telegram link. Everybody's asking for the Telegram link. Okay, let me get it. Let me get the Telegram link. Let me get the Telegram link and comment it out here. I shared it to somebody and they're telling me that it's expired. I really don't know why. Well, let me see. Let me see if I can share the Telegram link so you guys can join. Those of you that are not here. Oh, where's this number? So the next question is: Do you think WAPCO will keep rising, or do you think the price has mastered? I personally think it has 100 plus naira. Let me give me a second. I'm going to answer that question. So for the Uncle Freddy, do you have an idea on what is driving the price of WAPCO? That's my first question, because at the end of the day, personally, I like to avoid stocks that are running up. Sometimes it can be sometimes it's good to catch the trend, but sometimes personally I like to do the opposite. I like to pursue companies or stocks that are going down rather than the ones going up. Sometimes it can be a bad way to invest because most of the time people are selling because of a particular news. So personally, but for me, I love to go where everybody is not going. So for WAPCO, when I saw that the price was going up, I felt that it was all hyped up, right? And I felt that I might be getting in late if I decide to start buying it. So I personally totally avoided it. So I don't have any idea in regards to whether it has masked out, it has reached its ultimate price or not. But personally, for me, I noticed the price movement, but I avoided it totally. So that's what I'll say for WAPCO. So this is my Telegram. I don't know if you guys have seen my Telegram. Let me pin it. So this is Telegram. I don't know if it's possible. Okay, yeah, I think it's possible to start it. I'm trying to. So I just pinned this is the link to the Telegram in case you want to join. So do you I'm trying to place the link, but it's not working here. Oh, thank you so much. I really don't know why it's not working, to be honest. I don't know, but it's fine. Um yeah, Saddam Gambo. Yeah, my guy. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for holding them. Me too, I'm still holding them. I'm still holding VFD group. I'm still holding VFD group. Um So let me drop my number here. You can message me in case you want to join the Telegram community. Just message me on WhatsApp and then I would add you to the community. I think that's just the best thing to do right now. So let me drop my WhatsApp number on this live section. So you guys can message me on WhatsApp and then I'll add you to the community. So that's the fastest way to get access to me. So just give me a second. So personally, I'm still holding VFD. This is a company I'm holding for the long run. I'm holding them. I think that they have a good management, solid board, and they would when people really know their value, people will buy into VFD. So this is a long term stock for me, and I just like the CEO, to be honest. So 0810 60 0810 So message me on this number. I just sent my pasted my number. This is my WhatsApp. Please don't disturb my life. Um just message me. I want to join your community and I'll add you to the community. Please don't worry me. This is my phone number. You can text me on WhatsApp and I'll add you to the community. So let me see. Yeah, Saddam, you can keep holding VFD. But at the end of the day, I think it's you, up to you. It's up to you. I think you should keep holding them until they have finished doing their stock split and it has been these shares have been settled back to you before you start selling if you want to sell. Personally, I'm still holding them to avoid any conflict. So if one wants to build wealth, if one wants to build wealth in the stock for the next thing, if one wants to build wealth for the next 10 years, which stocks do you recommend? So Mr. Mahmoud, sorry, Mr. Olowo, the first question I have for you is when you say build wealth, is it like make money or is it like save towards a goal or because building wealth is kind of broad, right? But for me, if I'm looking to make money from the stock market, I think for me I'm looking for penny stocks and some big market cap stocks that I think still have potential. Example, I would be looking at MTN. I think MTN still has potential to rise more in value and in price. I'm looking at penny stocks like Veritas Capital, even though they have done extremely well, but I still think they are undervalued at their current price of around 1 naira 40 kobo. So I'll be looking at Veritas Capital. I'll be looking at the likes of I'll be looking at Fidelity Bank. These are stocks I think can make investors good money in the next 10 years. These are long-term stocks. So I'll be looking at Veritas Capital, I'll be looking at VFD Group, I'll be looking at MTN Nigeria, and then I'll be looking at Fidelity Bank. These are four stocks I think if you're looking to build wealth, are able to do just that for you. So sometimes when someone buys expensive, so yes, up to today, I'm trying to sell my Dangote Cement shares, and I've not been able to do that. And it has even made me. I bought these shares using Trove, and I've been trying to sell it, and it keeps failing, and the stock price keeps falling down. And that's my issue with Trove. If I was using Afri Invest, I can set a limit sell. There's this feature they have where you can place a stock for sale in the market, and the stock, that particular thing, that order you placed can be in the market for up to 30 days before it expires. So it means even if somebody does not buy it today, somebody can decide to buy it tomorrow or over the next 30 days. But in the Truth app, it's not possible. And if the thing they not execute today, the thing just expires and it doesn't sell. So that's been my issue. I even told them I want to transfer the shares to another stockbroker, and they refuse to respond to my email. That's my problem with most of these investing apps, and that's why I prefer stockbrokers like Afro Invest, Stanbic IBTC, right? So I would encourage you guys to, if you're looking at, being able to be flexible and do more things in the stock market, you should open a stock brokerage account. So this is my phone number in case you want to join the community. Just send me a message on WhatsApp. So this is another good question. Would you recommend individual stocks or ETF? So it depends on your goal, right? If you're looking to make money fast and you have good money, then I would say you should go for individual stocks. But if you're looking for something stable, something that is risk averse, something that is not really risky, and you're just looking for stable income and steady growth, then ETFs are not a bad idea. ETFs are actually the best, one of the safest investments. It doesn't mean that they cannot fall in price, but because of their basket of stock, it means that you are a little bit safe. An ETF can contain different stocks from different sectors and different industries. So even if one goes down, the other industry might be going up and cover up for your losses in this other industry. So ETFs are also good ways to invest, and there are some good ETFs out there that you can put your money in, especially in the US stock market. Is it too late to? No. Okay, that's another good question. So for me, I think it's not too late. So now I touched $250 per so this month, and I think it has everything in place to hit 300. So Rana is it could still go down. Don't get me wrong, because this is investing. It could go down. I can be wrong, but I think it's undervalued, especially with all the whole innovation that is going on in that ecosystem. And Solana is not a bad buy. It's not a bad buy. Yeah. So for me, I think that the best, like after in the US inauguration of President Trump on the 20th of January, everything will now be clear on where the market is going to head, whether it's going to go up or down. So you might want to buy some SOL now and then wait till the 20th and see what happens in the market and know if you want to buy more or sell. So that's my advice. So my number is more than 11 digits. So, okay. Let me bring out the number again. Sorry. 08109605713. 0810960. So this is my number. So this is my number. So you can send me a message on WhatsApp. Oh wow, I didn't know. I didn't know about this actually. I didn't really know. Trove is not. This is actually a good information. I didn't even know, because Trove is not a stockbroker, and I don't know if I don't think I have a CSCS with them, because I think one of the ways to transfer your stock is using your CSCS or your CHN. So but I think I'll look into this, because I was thinking I need their approval to be able to transfer it. But probably I'll reach out to my stockbrokers, and then they might help me facilitate everything. I think that's what I might do. Thank you so much, the Uncle Freddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback here. Now, TY from good evening. I'm a new subscriber. Can one buy crypto stocks just like any other stocks on Telegram? Please, TY Fran, I don't really understand your question. I don't really understand your question. I'm a new subscriber. Can one buy crypto stocks? Yeah, your question is not really clear. If you can ask again, thank you. Did you see the new number I I I dropped, Mr. No? I just dropped my new number. You can check it. Uh, just dropped my new number. Can you mention meme coins that have potential for growth in crypto? Personally, I'm betting huge on Dodge. This is a good question. I'm betting huge on Dodge, and I also made the videos on some meme coins that are likely going to do well. I'm also looking at doing more research so that I can drop another video for 2025 for meme coins to buy and hold. But I'm really betting huge on Dodge. I think Dodge has everything it takes to explode in price. So I'm huge on Dodge, guys. I'm huge on Dodge, Agnes. Dodge is Department of Government Efficiency. So I'm huge on Dodge. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the Uncle Freddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Okay. So Solana for me is Solana all day. Solana all day. Solana all day. Solana all day. So when are we expecting the bull run? Is it in the crypto market? Are you asking if it's in the crypto market or if it's in the Nigerian, because Nigerian stock market is already in a bull run. Everything is going up in the NGX. So are you talking, Mr. Silas, are you talking about or asking about the crypto market? The crypto market is already in a bull run in some type of way, even though people are saying that it has not really touched or reached its full potential. But remember, Bitcoin is at its all-time high. Even at 96K or 94K, it's higher than what it was earlier 2024. So this might actually be the bull run. And then if Trump enters, everything might go down. So that's why you have to be careful and only invest what you can afford to lose. Because to be honest with you, I think that everything could, like, because everybody's expecting it to go up. The unexpected can happen. The whales can decide to sell and everything just goes crumbling. So you want to stay safe out there, guys, especially with crypto. For Nigerians, I one of the best ways you can do is just to buy USDT. One thing I noticed is that every year USDT usually performs better at the end of the year. I don't know. I listened to the speech of our president, his media conversation with the our president. I listened to his media speech, and to be honest, if I was an investor in Nigeria or somebody looking to invest in Nigeria after that speech, I'm not convinced enough. That's just the truth. So I think for Nigerians, I would encourage everyone to, while you're holding your naira, also have your dollars with you just in case, because it could go up higher or it could go down. You can never tell. And the Dangote refinery, we are hearing that they might list in the NGX next year. So there are a lot of factors you need to look at or look out for. In January, you just want to, just observe in January and then start making your decisions from February, right? Now, it might make you to be late, but remember, it's better you don't lose money than you lose money. It's better you don't invest and your money is still with you, your capital is still with you, than you invest and you lose everything. So that's what I'll say for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Low. That's what I'm saying too. That everybody is saying that everything is going to go up once they inaugurate Trump, but the truth is that it could go like this. Everything could go down. Could go down. Um, there's this saying by Warren Buffett: be fearful when everybody's greedy, and be greedy when everybody's fearful. I live by that every day, and that's why even when I'm trying to find good opportunities, I like to look for where people are selling. I like to look for where people are selling because I feel that's where the opportunity is. Even with the Nigerian economy, everybody's running. The truth is that that's when the opportunity, that's when there's opportunity. And sometimes you just want to be patient and wait it out. Even Warren Buffett is sitting on huge cash reserve because he understands the game of being patient. Putting $20 on Dodge is not bad. Putting $20 on Dodge is not bad. I made a video on meme coins you can bet on. Meme coin is all about gambling. It's all about betting. You can never tell which one will explode. So meme coins is just gambling, and that's why even in my video I said it should be small money you're putting there, no money that that if you lose it, you just go broke. So you just gambling. Yeah, totally agree with you. If it goes down, people are going to lose money. People are going to lose huge money. But at the end of the day, when it goes down, some people are happy. When it goes down, Warren Buffett is happy because he can jump in and buy. So that's just it. Ask me all your questions. I'm here with you guys for the next 10 to 20 minutes. And um you guys should wish me happy new year in advance. I'm trying to see if it's possible to invite somebody. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can invite people to this section to join live. Let me see. So, what do I think? See, what I think of Ella Lakes. Ella Lakes is, to be honest, anything tourism. Ah, so, what do I think of Ella Lakes? Ella Lakes, I think they are doing a wonderful work, but the Nigerian government, I think anything tourism, in as much as you have some I don't want to call them tourist attraction, but you have the likes of eco hotels and the rest of them, or Transcorp, sorry, that are doing well. But I'm a little bit, I don't really look into that sector because I feel that for any business to thrive, they need an enabling environment. And we saw what happened with this guy, this man that owns Landmark. Landmark is not a, I don't think they're a publicly traded company, but you saw what happened with Landmark. And so, in as much I'm yet to really know the location of Ella Lakes, but I'm still, you know, patient with anything tourism in Nigeria because we are yet to really harness the full potential of that. And we don't really respect tourism. So I don't really look into tourism like that. Oh wow, that would be wonderful, Agnes. Like that would be wonderful. We need more guys in this space because um Nigeria is an untapped market, so we need more people talking about finance in Nigeria. So it would be good to have you join me on this journey as well. Yeah. Aside from even finance, I also write code. Right, I've been with the coming of ChatGPT, I've been playing around with code and improving on my coding skills. So I have goals to build products to and solve problems in the finance space. So that's my long term goal. So it's going to be wonderful to also have you on this journey. Yeah. Okay, Ella Lakes is agriculture. Thank you. That was wonderful. I don't really know about Ella Lakes. When I did some research, I thought it was when you hear Ella Lakes. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Okay, that's cool. If it's agriculture, then kudos. I'm here to really look into them. So that's why I don't really have much context, but it sounded like a tourist attraction. So yeah. But yeah, if it's an agricultural firm, then definitely you want to do more research. Personally, I think I've taken note of that because I'm also looking into the agricultural sector. So I will really look into this company. I think I'll have to look into Ella Leaks. That's wonderful. Thanks for this. We are learning every day. Thank you so much for this. I'll look into Ella Leaks. I think if it's agriculture, then why? Definitely, I think I'm going to have to look into them. I'm also betting huge on agriculture with the likes of FTN, Cocoa, and the rest of them. So I'll look into Ella Leaks and what they are doing and in their financials. That's the most important thing, and then their management to know who is behind it and if it's worth buying or not. Do you have an idea, Silas? Mr. Silas, do you have an idea on how much LLX is trading at? Do you have an idea? If you have an idea, please share. I would appreciate. Um, see, okay, FGM bonds and so Mr. Olowo, I don't really. Are you asking which of them is better, or are you asking if you should invest in both of them? Like, what is your question? I'm not really clear with your question. So, can you clarify? Oh, 3 naira. Wow, wow. 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 I like this kind of companies. I like this price. I like this price. Wow. Wow. I'll look into them. Wow. This is wonderful. Wow. 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 I like this price. I like this price point. Oh wow. It's Ukumoy. Wow. Okay, let me look at this. For 2025, do you think FGM bonds and yes, I 100% agree with you. These are if you're looking for a safe investment vehicle in 2025, 100% FGM bonds and treasury bills are very okay. Very, very okay. The Nigerian government is just giving away money. So why not tap into it? FGM bonds are good ways. The Nigerian government is just borrowing. So definitely. But sometimes I used to be scared that what if the Nigerian government default, even though the Nigerian government does not have history of defaulting in loans, but it's one of the fears I have because every day interest rate is rising. So but since they're giving away money, why not tap into it? FGM bonds. and treasury bills are good ways to safely invest your money. Sure. So yeah. So wonderful. I'll look into them. I've taken note of LR leagues because Okomoy, I think they are trading a little bit high, not that high. Well, if these companies operating in the same sector, then I think it's worth, if you have done your research. For me, I'm already having this idea that it might be a good investment, but I have to look into them to understand how they are performing financially to know if they are worth buying. Yeah, Mr. Lowo, yeah, yeah, proper head. So can I buy Honeywell and Flumio shares? These two guys, are they not operating? Sorry. So the first question I'll ask you is, what is the risk? What is the risk to reward ratio for Honeywell? What is their all-time high? What is your goal of buying Honeywell? Personally, for me, I don't like to give financial advice on stocks. I'm here to really look into and know how they're doing. But I think we need to, any stock you're looking to buy, you need to have a goal in mind before buying that stock. Um, I think Flumios. The last time I checked, I think the imports. So I try to be careful when looking at companies or when buying shares of companies that import a lot, right? So I think you need to check their all-time high and check your risks to reward ratio and know if it is worth buying. Okay, Dacom. I don't like Dacom. I don't like Dacom. I think Dacom is the owners of AIT, if I'm correct. I think I've looked into Dacom. I don't really like Dacom. I'll look into Tantalizer. Tantalizer, I heard that their stock price skyrocketed recently. The last time I checked them, I did not really like what I was seeing, so I avoided them. I don't know about Ella Leaks. I have not really done my research into Ella Leaks. I'm here to, because in as much as I talk about finance, I also have other things I do, right? Man have to chop, like they say. So I usually like to make out time to do research and talk about, and so that's just for that. But at the end of the day, I've done research into Darkom, and I don't really like what I'm seeing with Darkom. I thought they wanted to go undergo restructuring, but after listening to their CEO, because I like to listen to the CEO when they talk and know the vision they have for the business. So after listening to the CEO, I was not convinced. I was not convinced on Darkom, so I said, "No, no, I'm not buying." And I think the stock price has been stable for a very long time, and it was this year it just moved up, and then nothing much has happened. And one advice: anytime you're buying a stock, always look at the movement, like look at whether it's a stock that has history of going up and going down. Because if a stock is not paying dividends and the stock does not have history of going up and going down, how do you make your money? Right? So you want to be careful when investing in companies that their stock is just always flat. There's no movement. Sometimes it can be difficult for you to sell those kind of stocks, and sometimes it can be difficult for you to really make money from those kind of stocks. So always look for stocks that has high liquidity, that has high volume. There are many trades happening before you buy it. And that's why anytime you buy a particular share and after buying it, when the price go up, to sell it is now a problem because nobody is buying, nobody is selling. So you need to be careful when buying most of these penny stocks as well. My reason for saying Universal Capital, I noticed that the trade volume when I did my research was high. So there are high chances that even when I'm in profit, I can sell it. For example, Veritas Capital, I bought it at 0.75 or 74 kobo per share. The volume was there. The opportunity was there. I bought it. And when I wanted to sell and make my money, it was easy for me to sell them. So it's something you want to also look at. So this is almost an hour and 30 minutes. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm here with you guys. Ask all your questions and before we call it a day. So if you have any questions, ask. And I dropped my number here. I dropped my number here. So, guys, if you have any question, okay, from is produce golden penny product. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. From is produce golden penny product. Okay, that's cool. So, do you have any? Do you know how they are performing financially? Have you looked at their cure three reports to really know how they performed in the last quarter. Because I think you need to look at the last three quarters to understand where the company is headed for the financial year. If you look at their last three quarters and you think that and you see that their numbers are rhyming and doing better than last year, that might be a good sign to buy. That might be a good sign to buy because once they release their full year report, most people investors will now want to go and buy and you take your profits by then. So you want to look at the report. So if Dangote refinery list on the NGX, can I buy in a day or can I wait later to buy? If Dangote refinery lists, the truth is that you might likely buy it at a high price. Personally, for me, I like to be patient. I like to be patient. You make money if you buy it in a day because at the end of the day, if you're able to get one share that day, it's going to rise in price. Definitely, there are high chances it's going to rise in price, and if you sell, you make money. But there are also high chances that the people will drop like will dump on you and you lose money. But for me, I think I would Dangote refinery. There are high chances, 70% chance that I could buy because I'm not buying for the short term, I'm buying for the long term game. I think the refinery is going to be helpful for the Nigerian economy. And even though I know the price would go down, I'm willing to dollar cost average it and even buy more when it's going down because I'm sure that when Dangote list is going to go up for some time and then it will go down well. And then that's when I want to now jump in and buy more. Yeah. ABC Transport. I like ABC Transport. ABC Transport is a good buy for me. I think logistics is critical. I when I looked into ABC Transport, I think earlier this year, I missed the opportunity to buy it and the price went up higher. Um, the only issue I had when I was looking at ABC Capital some transport was I was that time there was fuel issues and I felt it was going to affect their business in the financial year. So it was one of the things that really, made me to overlook them. And I checked recently and their stock price had gone up. But at the end of the day, ABC Transport, I'm here to really use their service. I cannot really tell how good their service is. So, but I think ABC Transport is good. When I was in Imo State, people do use them. When I was in Imo State, already people do use them, and I've not listened to anybody say bad about them. But I missed out on buying them because of the full scarcity of a thing. And really, I don't really know how whether they're innovating because aside from looking at the financials, I try to look at the like if the company is really innovating. For example, I bought GT Bank, and my reason for selling GT Bank was because of the issues they have with their downtime and everything. Customers are really complaining, and I think that I like to play the long term game. And GT Bank is something I really lost touch with what they are doing, and I just sold. So ABC Transport is for me. I think is a good buy. Okay, see, what do you think about crypto trading bot? I buy and hold, but someone advised me to go into trading with bots. Yeah. If you're going to use bots to trade, I think you should be careful because there are some bots that would take your money and jabba, you cannot do anything. You don't know who owns the bot, right? So you need to be careful with the bot you're using. But that's one of the best ways to trade crypto because the crypto market moves fast, right? And bot is one of the best ways to enter a trade and exit a trade because it's not you doing it. So you just have to be careful. You just have to be careful. As I actually learned to, as I write code and all that, I'm also considering building bots that can help me buy and sell crypto fast. So it's a thought I'm considering doing or building next year. So if I build it, definitely I would let you guys know about it. But at the end of the day, you just want to be careful and know whose bot you're using to buy and sell crypto. You want to be very, very careful because I've seen people lose their whole money due to using a bot. So you want to be very careful. I don't have any advice on this, Mr. Leye. I have no advice. I've mentioned the stocks I think would do well, and if the live session ends, you can rewatch it again to look at or know the stocks I mentioned. But I'll still go through the stock I mentioned. I mentioned Aradel Holdings. I mentioned Qtix, I mentioned C&I Leasing, and I mentioned universal insurance. I said for me, if I was to better in, and like these are four stocks that are likely going to do well next year, but if I was to put money on any of them, I would look at universal insurance, even though it is trading at its all-time high. I think that the company has the potential to even trade higher than its current price. So that's for that. So um you guys can still ask your questions while I wait. If you have any other questions, please let me know and so we can call it a day. So do we have any other questions, guys? Okay. Okay. So guys, it's been a wonderful session so far. I really appreciate the facts and for being part of this journey and subscribing to the channel and tuning in today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the year. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'll look into their financials. I'll look into their financials. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's my point with ABC. That's my point with ABC. They stopped innovating. When I used to base in Imo State, and when I pass through their park, I see a lot of their dumped cars there, and I was really wondering what's going on. But I think they are bouncing back. So it's just look into their financials and know if if they are really turning things around or not. But so guys, I think there's no question coming in again, so I think you might have to call it a day. So it's been a wonderful section so far. I wish you guys the very best things in life this year onwards till the year finishes and also next year. Um, you can reach out to me through my number, which I dropped in the I pinned in the comment section. Let me drop it again. That's if you're not in the community. You can reach out to me through this number and then I'll just tell me I want to join your community, and then I'll send you the link you can join. But yeah, it's been a wonderful section so far. So since there's no other question coming forth, I think we have to call it a day. So thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in my video, which I'll be dropping in the next couple of days on the top 5 stocks to buy in Nigeria in 2024. So in 2025. So I go much more in depth into the stocks I mentioned in this section and why I think they are likely going to do well. So look out for that video, and yeah, it's been a wonderful day, guys. So bye bye. Trying to cheers, cheers, Mr. Silas. Cheers, yeah.